Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces August 31, 2023. You have likely felt as if you have been spinning in a tide pool of nostalgia for over a month. This continues most potently until September 3rd, so you are almost to the tail end. Yet, even some residue will even linger on until October 8th. Venus, the goddess of love and beauty, is currently retrograding in the zodiac sign of Leo. Always eager to pursue romance and expression, the lion teaches us to be bold in the pursuit of our desires. During the final remaining days of this retrograde phase, reflect on how you do so and how you can better shift your sails to even more happiness. Just don't look at life through rose-colored glasses, or you could end up regretting it later. All is fair in love and war. You may feel like there are more issues arising with your greater professional community when the moon in Aquarius opposes Venus retrograde in Leo. The opposition will illuminate any issues that there may be in your professional community. It could directly involve you or even affect your work friends. Drama may arise on or offline between colleagues during this opposition, since some individuals may feel threatened. If this is the case, it might be in your best interest to log off or disconnect instead of getting involved. While Uranus is spending his first full day in retrograde motion in your income sector and Jupiter, in his final days in direct motion here, is also coming to a stop, this is in keeping with what is happening professionally. With Mercury still in his early days in retrograde motion in your work sector and Pluto slowing as he moves into his final weeks in retrograde motion in your career sector, the money and professional gods are getting into formation to focus on the past, second chances and untapped potential. You have great ideas, but it's important to prioritize. First things first, how is your body working for you these days? The body is such a good friend to us. We must try to be as good to it as it is to us. Consider right now what you think would be good for you: more or less exercise, more or less sleep, more or less of certain foods. From visualizing comes goal setting, from the goals comes the power to take daily action. Today, the vibrations want you to think more of others than yourself. You will have to look on your family and friends with tolerance and compassion. Try as much as possible to fill their needs. If you can do this, you will find a wonderful equilibrium in your sentimental or family life. By taking time to love, you will discover all the love that people have for you. Over the course of the last 6 days, 2 more planets have turned retrograde and there is another turning retrograde next week. These latest turnarounds are happening on the income and job fronts, but at a time when Pluto is already in retrograde motion in your career sector. 2 days after Mars left your work sector, the urgency has dialed back, and while the Sun is in his first full week in your work sector, and this is keeping an eye on where you are going, across the income, work and career fronts the majority of the action is now happening on the road behind. Heading into her final days in retrograde motion in your romantic sector, Venus, the planet of love, is slowing right down, and by the end of the week she will be at a standstill. At the same time, in his early days in your relationship sector, Mars is surging ahead, with a chance for new beginnings on the relationship front, while the doors are still open to the past and second chances on the romantic front. Our eyes in the sky. As Uranus commences its inaugural day in retrograde motion within your income sector, an intriguing synchrony unfolds as Jupiter, in its final moments of direct motion, also prepares to come to a halt. This harmonious convergence mirrors the unfolding professional developments. Meanwhile, Mercury continues its initial phases of retrograde motion within your work sector, while Pluto gradually decelerates as it enters the closing weeks of retrograde movement within your career sector. The realms of finance and professional pursuits align, poised to shift focus towards the past, offering second chances and exploring latent potentials. Just after the departure of Mars from your work sector and following the recent conclusion of the Moon's monthly passage through your career sector, Uranus transitions into retrograde motion within your income domain today. This alignment coincides with Pluto's ongoing retrograde state within your career sector, and Mercury's complete week of retrograde motion within your work sector. This constellation of cosmic influences orchestrates a scenario where the spheres of income, work, and career harmoniously collaborate, not only facilitating a portal to the past but functioning as a cohesive unit. Venus, the celestial guardian of finances, contributes to this synergy by maintaining an almost stationary position during her final days in retrograde motion within your work sector. Even as Venus's contemplation of the past, pursuit of second chances, and exploration of untapped professional potential draw to a close, her role as the planet of money ensures a vigilant watch over potential untapped avenues of income. As these cosmic threads intertwine, an intricate tapestry of opportunity and introspection emerges. The interplay between the planets promises not only to refine your financial acumen following the moon's departure from your income sector during the weekend but also to keep the prospect of unexplored income possibilities within Venus's purview, as she prepares to transition from her focus on the past to new horizons. Under the influence of the Aquarius moon, a significant cosmic configuration takes shape as it forms a T-square with retrograde Venus and Uranus. The prevailing energy encourages an overwhelming desire to shower our loved ones with boundless generosity. During this period, the heart knows no boundaries, and our capacity for giving knows no limits. This juncture exudes an aura of romance, artistic inspiration, tenderness, and a profound sense of unconditional love. Prepare to immerse yourself in the captivating currents of Venus retrograde, delving deep into its rapturous embrace, while also remaining open to the unexpected twists and turns brought about by Uranus retrograde. Amidst these celestial movements, even the simplest pleasures hold a heightened allure, and engaging with others becomes a source of genuine joy. Your contagious happiness and enthusiasm have a ripple effect on those around you, fostering responsive interactions within your closest circles. For those unattached, a magnetic attraction to a potential future partner might take hold, or you could wield an enchanting influence over someone who ignites your sensual desires. Amid these celestial dynamics, you'll also confront an internal test of resilience, constantly challenged by the predicaments of others. Their struggles might even evoke emotional discomfort or frustration within you. In such instances, adopting a constructive perspective can prove invaluable. View this challenging situation as an opportunity to fortify your own stance and emerge from any disagreements with heightened self-assurance. By doing so, you can harness the transformative potential embedded within these celestial alignments.